Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to do the top 5 weapons that I mainly use or that I like the most. These weapons are in no particular order, so the top 5, my fifth one could be the worst one or could be the best one. They're in no order, so keep that in mind. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is actually, we're going to go over to the revolvers first. And this one is actually the Navy revolver. The Navy revolver, you can actually a while back or a while ago you can actually use that or get that one for free if you go to GTA Online and pick it up, and I think you had to get 50 kills to get a free variant of this rifle or of this revolver. I didn't do that, so that's why I ended up with the normal one. Also, a quick thing before I'm gonna get any further into the video, you will see my weapons are not in gold just because the fact that I don't want to spend real money on gold bars just to get my weapons in gold, so keep that in mind guys. The weapons look normal like every other thing, you know, maybe there are little engravings, maybe that's a little different, or maybe the hands is a little bit different, but they're not gold medals or anything like that, so keep that in mind. Okay, so the Navy revolver, you can unlock this one at rank 1. You can buy it at any gun store, any weapon store for 275 or 11 gold bars. Again, I don't do gold bars, or I don't use them. The only thing I do with the gold bars actually buy the season pass or whatever that's called. So you can buy it for 275, which is pretty good. I think this weapon is probably the one you want to pick up if you're a pretty low ranked, because you can definitely get some good upgrades with it. Okay, so the weapon statistics, I will show you the picture as well so you can see it yourself. The damage is 52, the fire rate is 72, accuracy is 72 as well, and the range and reload are both 50, so that will give you an overall of 59.20. Overall, a really good gun. I like it, especially the fire rate and accuracy. It's a good weapon. The damage is not as good as other weapons, you will see later on, but it's definitely a good weapon. You can definitely get the accuracy a little bit more up, which eventually will get you a nice looking weapon, you will see as well. I really like the feel of this weapon. It looks cool. It's also a pretty lengthy weapon or revolver, you will see that as well. Just overall, definitely a nice looking weapon. If you got it for free, then I definitely should think you should use it, because it's probably one of the better revolvers out there. So definitely use it or buy it if you don't already have one. Okay, so now let's go over to the second revolver. I didn't want to include this one, but I think most of you guys know this one, or actually already get it or already got it, and that's why I included it anyway. Okay, and this is actually the LeMat revolver. The LeMat revolver you can also unlock at rank 1. The online price or the price is $317 or 13 gold bars, and the weapon statistics are 50 damage, 60 fire rate, 68 accuracy, 50 range, and 58 reload. And that will give you an overall of 57.20. Overall, amazing weapon. The cool thing I like about this weapon is that you have a sort of shotgun built in as well. You can use buckshots with this weapon, which I think is definitely a plus. If you're looking for another revolver, maybe you got them dual wields, then this is definitely the revolver you want to get. Just because the fact is that if you're shooting and you come into a house or you come into a close quarter area, then you can go and switch over to the revolver, to the shotgun, which is a cool thing about this weapon. Again, that's the only thing I just like the most about this weapon. The rate or the fire rate or the accuracy is good, but I like the Navy revolver a little bit better just for shooting. But if you end up in a close quarter, you can switch over to the shotgun with the LeMat revolver, and that will give you the edge over anything. So that's why I think I included this one as well. Okay, so now let's go over to the shotguns, and yeah, there's only actually one shotgun I use the most, and it's a good shotgun all around. See you there. Okay, so we are here at the shotgun section. There's only one shotgun I use the most, like I said, and this one is the pump action shotgun. Probably most of you guys enjoy this one, most of you guys like this. You unlock this pretty early on at rank 5. You can buy it for 266, which is pretty cheap, or 11 gold bars. And you know, it's an all-around good weapon. If anyone, or if you haven't used a shotgun in game, use it. This shotgun feels really good. You know, it's a powerful shotguns, you feel the power as well when you shoot it. You know, you definitely feel the kick of it. It's an all-around amazing weapon. So we go over to the weapon statistics. Again, I will show you as well. So the damage is 61, the fire rate is 47, the accuracy is 37, the range is 35, and the reload is 60, giving you an overall 48. Overall, an amazing weapon. This is probably the only weapon I recommend you definitely get. The other ones I recommend as well, but this weapon is really important to have it in your inventory, in your slots, just because the fact is that it's such a good weapon. You know, if you're using it in the PvP or in the PvE area, this weapon is a beast. You just go behind cover or you rush the enemy and just start pumping the shotgun. There's nothing that can stop you. You know, the shotgun is probably one of the best weapons. Of course, you can always go to the other shotguns, which are also good, but I really recommend you guys pick up a shotgun in this game. It's just a necessary thing, I believe. You know, the shotgun, I really enjoy it. I think I use it the most as well, so that's probably the reason why I like the shotgun the most. But definitely pick it up. It's pretty cheap, you know, for $2.66. You cannot do wrong with that. So definitely get yourself a shotgun, and if you want to choose between a shotgun, I recommend the Tough Action shotgun just because it's so good of a weapon. Okay, so now we're going over to the rifles. The rifles, we actually have two rifles as well, so that's why, you know, it's a top 6 sort of. The first one I actually want to talk about is the bolt action rifle. You can unlock this bolt action rifle at rank 7, and it has an ammo capacity of 5, which is not quite a lot. But you can also pick it up for $216 or 9 gold bars, which I think is like a steal. You know, it's a pretty cheap weapon. I think everyone has a good amount of money in their game already, so this is just a steal. The damage is 72, the fire rate is 37, the accuracy is 82, the range is 75, and the reload is 55, giving you an overall of 64.20. Amazing weapon. Again, all the weapons in this list I like the most, I use the most, you know, they're most enjoyable to use for me. And I think you should pick this up as well. Or I think you should actually pick all of the weapons up I'm listing. But this weapon, the accuracy is good, the range is also pretty good for just a rifle. It's an amazing weapon. The damage, yeah, it could be a little bit better, but still is a good weapon. The only downside is the fire rate. The fire rate is not that good compared to other rifles, but I think that definitely compensates the damage. You know, the damage is good. The fire rate is a little bit better, is a little bit worse actually, but I definitely think you should just pick it up just because it's an amazing weapon. The damage is good, and the accuracy is pretty actually one of the better ones, and the range is also a very good range. So that's why you should pick it up. You know, for only $216, you don't do wrong. It's pretty cheap, so definitely just check it out if you haven't already. But I think most of you guys already have the bolt action rifle, and you probably also love it as I do. So now let's go over to one of the not really PvP moded or PvP sections. This one is actually the Varmint rifle. The Varmint rifle you unlock at rank 8 and an ammo capacity of 14. This one is actually quite interesting. The main thing I use this is to actually hunt small animals, to hunt small, you know, especially since they updated the animals. This is definitely useful. You can pick it up for $72 or 3 gold bars, which is not, it's not expensive. It's pretty cheap. Like I said, I mainly use this for the PvE section, but you can also use it for the PvP section. It doesn't do that many damage, but you'll see later on why it can be effective in the PvP section. So the weapon statistics are 42 damage, 65 fire rate, 76 accuracy, 60 range, and 68 reload, giving you an overall of 62.20. Again, the reason why this can be an effective weapon in the PvP is of the fire rate. Fire rate is pretty high, which gives you an advantage of other people using rifles. So if you can have a couple good shots on a person, you definitely get the advantage above him. Because if people use, for example, the bolt action rifle, they have to shoot, reload. You can just shoot, and eventually if you have a good shot, you probably kill them. So that's why you should pick it up. It's cheap, and of course it has the advantage of giving you small game hunting. You know, for perfect pelts, but for example, you can use those, and that's definitely the one I think I like the most about it. Because when you see like a perfect pelt, or you see a perfect animal, you want to shoot it, and you don't have the Varmint rifle, there's a pretty good chance you're gonna ruin that pelt and eventually don't get as much money as you do with a perfect pelt. So that's why I think you should pick it up. For only $72, you definitely earn your money back in just a couple minutes of hunting, and that's pretty easy. Okay, so let's go to the last one. It's actually the one you require for the higher rank. It's not high, but you know, you have to be a little bit higher than most of the other weapons. You can still pick it up early on in the game. You know, I think after a couple hours of work, you probably have this already. And this is actually the Litchfield repeater. Quite surprising. You can unlock this up for rank 18, and it has ammo capacity of 16. You can pick it up for 348 or 14 gold bars. Again, this one, I was choosing between this one and the Evans repeater, because I like the Evans repeater as well, but I ended up with this one. Okay, so the weapon statistics are 65 damage, 50 fire rate, 68 accuracy, 65 range, 65 reload will give you an overall of 62.60. This weapon, I just like it. You know, there's nothing too special about it, but I feel, you know, the damage is good. Everything in this gun is solid. There's nothing that sticks out. There's nothing that doesn't stick out or is poor. The only thing, fire rate, yeah, 50, but 50 is still good, I think. You know, we can definitely use it. So that's why I ended up with this one and not the Evans repeater, because this one, like I said, everything is solid. You don't have anything that is lacking, you don't have anything that sticks out, which eventually turns out to be a good weapon. It's pretty cheap as well, you know, 348. You can't do wrong with such a weapon like this. Definitely recommend to test it if you haven't already. Overall, it's a nice looking weapon, you know, nothing too wrong with it. It shoots good, accuracy is good, everything is good about this weapon. Like I said, if you haven't used it or you haven't tested it, definitely try it out if you do have the money. And yeah, that's it. You know, pretty simple, pretty easy. Definitely check it out. Okay guys, that was it for the video. I hope you do enjoy the video. If you ended up with your other top 5 or another top 5 than I do, then definitely leave it in the comment section down below. If this video gets enough views and likes and all that, I might do a top 5 for hunting, and I might do a top 5 for normal PvP. No, just for PvP and just for hunting. So I definitely like the video if you want to see that. Thanks for watching guys, I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.